y'all, I am recapping Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And let me start out by saying, yes, I watch reality TV. I don't give a damn about the respectability politics behind it. Oh, you know, it makes black women look bad, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I'm still going to watch it, and I want to talk about it, okay? I like Rachel Maddow. I like AM Joy. I like Walking Dead. I like Game of Thrones. And I like Love and Hip Hop. Shoot me, okay? So, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about this new season. So, they had a mega premiere, like 2 hours. That's too much. I did not need to see 2 hours of Love and Hip Hop tonight, but I did watch it. So, we have the main players back. Stevie J, of course, took center stage with his new marriage to Faith Evans. It was a surprise to all of us. And he's definitely feeling himself. Like, I don't know, it seems like he feels like it gives him an instant good guy rehabilitation of his image. I'm not quite so convinced yet. But it does seem like Faith does have a good influence on him. So Mimi is dealing with this trauma of some guy breaking into her house and like shooting at her while her daughter was in there. We heard the police, the 911 call. It's completely unsettling and crazy. I hope she puts some damn cameras in her house and a security system in there, because she shouldn't have been caught off guard by that. But not that it's her fault, but you know what I'm saying? I think she should just have more security in her house. And so Stevie J comes to town, and apparently this is the first time that Faith has met Eva, which is a little surprising because they seem to have such a long history with each other. And supposedly Mimi has never met Faith either. So that was a little interesting. Obviously, Stevie J did the wrong thing. You do not bring any person into your child's life without having a conversation with that parent first, especially giving such huge news as they're getting married. And then for him to ask Eva if she wanted to move to LA was totally inappropriate without having talked to Mimi about that first. So he is in violation on all counts. So when Mimi and Faith finally came together, Faith actually kind of had Mimi's back, which I think is great. You have to hold your partner accountable. It's not necessarily, I'm going to agree with everything you say. You have to be empathetic to the other parent if you're going to effectively co-parent. So I say kudos to Faith for not just, going along with Stevie J's crap. And he felt the heat on both sides. But you know what? That's good, because he needs to be held accountable. And he's not just going to be able to say, I'm Mr. Faith Evans, and think that that's just going to make all of his bad deeds and misbehaviors go away that easily. So anyway, Mimi's girlfriend is in Israel, so we see absolutely nothing about that. So let's move on to the next big plot. Okay, so we have Spice. Listen, to me, it's kind of played out because we've already seen the whole Spice thing play out on social media. It went viral. She fake bleached her skin. She released a song. It was kind of a dud. I think, though, that first of all, let me stipulate by saying colorism is absolutely a thing. Okay, I'm not trying to minimize that. But it was interesting in the scene with the guy that she had, the artist development guy. She didn't even let him get 2 sentences out before she got defensive and dismissed it. And I mean, from what I saw, he didn't suggest anything about her changing her complexion. He said, change your look, maybe change your music up. Let's be real. Dancehall is not as big of a thing in America as it is in other places. And so I think he was trying to give her constructive criticism. And had she listened to him, maybe she wouldn't have felt so attacked and so compelled to go through such extreme measures to try to, make a point or whatever. So hopefully next time she'll just be a little bit more open to something that could actually help her instead of acting like it's her against the world, It's hard to break into the American market. Everybody wants to be a rapper, boo. Everybody wants to be a singer. Everybody wants to be somebody. So you're not guaranteed to be anybody in this country, regardless of what you look like. Okay? Let's be clear. So that's that on Spice. Moving along. But one thing I just have to say is when she kind of showed, she had this photo shoot where she was in full white face, essentially. She tried to say that changing your complexion is the same thing as getting a boob job. No, it's not. Okay, don't do that. That's ridiculous. But whatever, moving along from Spice. I'm not overly interested in that plot because, like I said, we've already seen it on social media. So whatever. We had an appearance by Mama D. Her zingers aren't landing quite the way they used to, but I'm always a huge fan of her and her zaniness. And she's looking good, but 55, I thought she was a little older than that, to be honest with you. Moving along, we had Scrapp Deleon. He is in a halfway house. You know, he's done 3 years in prison for his drug charge. He was sentenced to 20 years. And so that was really crazy. Like, essentially, he couldn't really get out of halfway house because he didn't have any family members that weren't convicted felons. So Karen comes up with this scheme to find his long lost sister that he had no idea about. Apparently, she lied about his dad being dead all these years. It's a completely wild and crazy story. But in addition to trying to, you know, get a little bit more freedom and just kind of, you know, spend time with the family and not in the shithole halfway house that he's trying to grapple with the fact that his dad is actually alive. He's met him for the first time. He has a new sister. Like, it's a lot to take in, but perhaps it's for the best because it seems like everybody got a criminal something going on. So maybe the sister Cheyenne being a little bit more removed from that was kind of a good thing because then he has somebody to bail him out of the halfway house. But that's a super interesting plot. And Karen, by the way, was completely unapologetic about it. She said, I was sorry, but she was like, I'm sorry. What the hell you want me to do? So she's not sorry. It is what it is with that, I guess. Then we had Karlie Redd. She's engaged. Of course, the preview gave it away that she's going to break up with her fiance. So I don't even know why we have to see any scenes with her and her fiance. And then we get introduced to this new person named Pooh, who is in a semi-open marriage. And Karlie is on her high horse about the fact that Pooh, in her judgment, is hoeing around on her husband. Why is that your business, Karlie Redd? I mean, girl, bye. Who cares? And Pooh, you know, just says all this wild and crazy stuff to Karlie. I mean, a lot of these people are more frenemies than friends. And we have Sierra, who's still trying to make it work with BK. We don't see him. I don't understand why you leave a cheating husband to go with a cheating boyfriend. That's stupid. But, you know, it's a free country. People can do whatever the hell they want to do. So, this was an interesting episode. Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry. I almost forgot. Kirk and Rasheeda. So, Kirk brought his son, Caden, home for the first time to meet Rasheeda. And he seemed like a little badass, to be honest with you, but he's chill. 2-year-olds are bad. They're in the terrible twos. But Rasheeda did remark on how different his upbringing would be if she had more of a role. And I actually do believe that. So, you know, this season, we're going to see some new faces. We're going to see a lot of the old faces. And the reason why I do like Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is because, you know, it's a little bit this much less contrived than like Hollywood, which is like so fake all the time. And, you know, they have a lot of our long-term favorites. And so I'm here for it. It's entertaining. The previews looked so ratchet, but so juicy. So you'll be seeing more of me every week, unless it just gets too fake and I get bored with it. Then you're just going to have to find somebody else to watch 11 seconds of their recaps and move on.